it's confirmed. Australia will escape a tariff higher than 10% on exports to the United States after Donald Trump handed down his long-awaited decision today. Now, Labor claims it's been vindicated, that its watch-and-wait approach has worked, when really it's just taken the default tariff that we were always going to get slapped with. Now, let me break it down for you. Trump has kept Australia at his lowest baseline tariff rate, that's at 10%. The most hard-hit country is Canada, which has seen its tariffs rise from 25% to 35%. The UK will also remain at 10%, while New Zealand is now subject to 15% tariffs. Now, obviously, this is good news for Australia when you do compare it to other countries. And clearly, it is testament to the fact that we are long-standing allies. But we really didn't dodge a bullet today. We've had a free trade agreement in place with the US for 20 years, yet we are still being slugged with 10% baseline tariffs, and steel and aluminium imports to the US are already subject to a 50% tariff. Yet, of course, hubris has set in and Labor is out today patting itself on the back.
We believe this is a vindication of our cool and calm negotiations with our trading partners. At no stage did we introduce tariffs on American goods. America still has a significant advantage in terms of our trading relationship. We export, or the Americans export, about double to us what we export to them, but we will continue the discussions until we get all of those tariffs removed.
Cool and calm negotiations? More like throw up your hands and hope for the best. We may be in a much better position than other countries, that's clear. But Trump was never going to budge on getting tariffs below that 10% baseline. It was going to be the minimum default for every country, as announced by the White House after Donald Trump was inaugurated, including those the US runs a trade surplus with, like Australia. So this isn't a win, no matter how Labor spins it. Trade Minister Don Farrell also spoke there of getting that 10% baseline removed. Well, what does Australia have seriously as a bargaining chip? We aren't budging on our defence spending. The US could target pharmaceuticals next, and we aren't budging on the pharmaceutical benefits scheme. Labor lifted the ban on US beef without any assurances that our biosecurity standards would not be put at risk. In fact, the Senate voted down an inquiry into it put forward by the Nationals yesterday. We folded to the US using this cool and calm diplomacy before the PM can even be bothered to get on a plane and have a meeting with Trump. We took the default tariff that was handed to us. Being scared to engage with our number one ally does not make this a victory. Yet it seems today's decision has given Labor a mandate to continue doing just that.
What we did do was negotiate and use cool and calm diplomacy to prosecute our case that these tariffs were counterproductive. That's the approach we'll now take with the United States.
Well, look, that's just not going to get us anywhere, is it? And what does that mean for a meeting between the Prime Minister and the President?
The Prime Minister has had two very good discussions with President Trump, and I'm sure that at the appropriate time there'll be further discussions.
Good. OK, so at the appropriate time there will be a discussion. Now, where have I heard something similar?
When we have a meeting, we'll have a meeting. And when it's scheduled, that will occur.
Yeah, Albo, keep going with that cool and calm diplomacy.